Ho, 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 ho.
Now there should be sound, but there's no me.
Nope, you're missing. Hey,
Hi.
there you are.
Testing, testing. Can you guys hear us? Can you hear me? Can you hear Mikkel?
Yep,
Seven
I can hear
seconds.
myself. That must be
Okay.
good.
All right.
All
Hello,
right.
everybody. Oh, I even got a notification that my stream is starting. That's good
Great.
information.
Then we know things are good.
Yeah. Yeah, we have sound. Okay. So it's like a few seconds lag, really. All good. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. My voice is lower. I'm probably quieter because my kids are sleeping next door and there's no doors in this house for the time being. Can I do you even want me to try and quickly fix that? Is it this better?
If not, I can turn myself down.
Is this better? Can't hear Paweł. Bit quieter. I don't know. You will have to tell me when I boosted it a lot at this point.
They want more.
They want more.
What's a YouTube live stream without some technical difficulties? That was almost,
yeah.
If I could even get that out.
Volume. I'm clicking more volume. Is this better? 1 2 1 2 better. Okay. So probably you guys are a bit behind and now it's going to explode, but we'll see. Okay. Maybe someone will let us know live.
Maybe I should just turn my audio down so we're similar levels. Maybe that's better.
Yeah, I can see the thingies in OBS and they look like we're kind of.
I think I'm a bit louder than you are.
Okay, one last try. If I turn it off and on again, I don't know if I'll be able to set it up again.
It seems like you boosted me. No, I don't know.
1 2 1 2.
Wait, I'm gonna quiet myself down a bit. There we go. Is that better?
They say it's perfect. Turn down the Mikkel.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
Myself down.
I'm trying every evening. All right. So yell if something's wrong. I'm using my phone, so cannot even check Discord to be or you guys are still it's YouTube is latency is I don't know, 7-10 seconds behind, so it's hard to dial in. So sorry about that. And yeah, hi, EVA release 2.4.0 took a while.
Yes, what happened? It's like 84 years.
84 years because had to do my taxes, had to change the job, change my day job.
Yeah.
There was the minion. And it was generally it was quite challenging. If I wouldn't tell myself when I told you guys that it's feature frozen, I was really talking to myself more because there's no end to it, right? And I would just add and add and add. So yeah, the minion is right behind me, completely not on purpose. So yeah, that one took a while. I really wanted to fit some of the hotends that just got Rapido barely got out, right? I just barely got one. Yeah, so yeah, let's put that in because it's awesome. and yeah, and he's like forcing me to do a bunch of weird things. Like, not everything is appropriate for YouTube probably, but yeah, Rapido was weird stuff with Rapido. You should see those conversations. Oh
Yeah.
boy. But
There's
yeah.
like completely new criteria to whether a hot end is a hot end, right?
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, and yeah, so that's what it is. Like Sherpa was a mind bender. Probably the Annex guys, when they see that, they will be like, "What did he do with that?" Because I'm
Yeah.
bolting it from the other side, really from the back, in the heated inserts, and then you need like nuts on the front because there was like no way it will go in differently, Sherpa Mini. So that was a mind bender. Yeah, a lot of improvements went into the like the Sherpa ones, like LGX Light, Orbiter, because they were bendy, right?
Yeah.
The top
Yep.
shelf, it was bendy. Like for one of the beta testers, Orbiter is so strong it could like rip that top shelf apart, right, from the rest of
Yep.
the carriage if it like clogs. So now there's a bunch of new holes going through the face, and it's held much stronger. Like no guarantee, but it should be much better.
It's a lot better, yeah. Let's before we get too deep into the how and the why, what new hot ends are in there,
Um,
first of all?
yeah, so uh, I got my hands on BMO. That was kind of easy because I think I just twisted the mounting holes from Dragon, and for it to be like aligned in around the z-axis, let's say, right? So that's aligned properly, and it's like the same. It's probably not perfect, but I kind of haphazardly made it because we needed one. And yeah, so that's done. Um, Quite a nice hotend, I would say. If it's, I don't remember all the prices, but yeah,
It's decently priced and it's very
yeah,
popular as well. I've seen it quite a lot of them
and it
in the wild.
and it doesn't have a groove mount, or it doesn't have to have one, right? So uh, so it's that much better for me. I hate the groove
Yeah,
mount.
for everybody, really.
Yeah, like the screws from the top, like mosquitoes, or like the Fatteus, I don't know, ones are Fatteus is a nice one, a nice name, right? Fatteus. Um,
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
yeah. So bolted from the top, those are those that works nice. Rapido is kind of the same, right? Rapido
Yep.
is the powerful option.
Yeah. Same.
Integrated heater with a thermistor, right?
Yeah.
But that
PCC heater too. So kind of protected from thermal runaway, which is nice.
yeah, uh, yeah, you love it, right? That
Yeah,
way.
I'm very impressed by it. There's basically only one downside, and that's the thermistor embedded in the heater
Hmm.
core there. So it's like 280 degrees, and that's it really. Hopefully they'll do something with a PT1000 or something in the future, but right now it's 280, 285, at least below 300.
Mm.
Or stuff will happen probably. Um, so yeah, so something went wrong. I don't know what happened, but apparently the marketing department just kind of said, "Yeah, it'll do peak, it'll do PEI, it'll do all the things," and then they put in a 104 GT2 for some reason.
And it
But yeah,
has
it's really great hot end though. It's the flow is insane. The thermal stability is unmatched. I haven't seen anything like it before. The heat up times are great. It's I can't really complain about anything except the thermistor thing, which is stupid. But
would
yeah,
would be
it's
difficult
very
otherwise, right?
nice.
I
It's
don't
my
know.
favorite right now.
If I were to prepare better, then I could show it to you guys, but as you can probably tell, or at least some of you, I moved to a different room and everything is in boxes. So I don't have it. New rule, no groove mount on EVA. That is a thing. but I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about it yet. Yeah, and there's Nova from 3D Passion from Vlad.
Yep.
That one I do have over
Yeah, I
here.
do too. Actually, it's on my minion right now.
Yeah, I have that one handy. Very nice but dirty hotend. Where's that? Yeah, there's the camera, a little one. It got a different and quite custom face part because I wanted to work around the little fan, which is a quiet little fan. At least after
Yeah,
it
that
starts.
that one's interesting. It's like it starts high and then it's like there's some kind of curve to it.
Yeah, he was explaining to me, but my memory is, he was explaining me that it regulates itself or something like that. So yeah, it's one of the better ones. Yeah, quite a high flow. There were some complaints about the sock, right, or lack of thereof.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but how this thing is assembled and machined, it's a very nice part.
It's very pretty, and it's very small.
And it's very small, yeah. So it doesn't even have the support piece because it's so light. It doesn't wiggle too much, or shouldn't. So yeah, those are the 3 hotends that we added and tested. I have before someone asks, I have the Dragonfly BMO. We were talking about that. Dragonfly BMO is there. Rapido is there, and Nova. Those are the 3 hotends
And
that
the Dragonfly, right?
Dragonfly BMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you always say that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so yeah.
I'm almost sure I added 3. Maybe let's even check, because yeah, we should have it here.
Yeah, sounds
Hotends.
about right.
Yeah, Nova,
I'm a goldfish,
Rapido,
apparently.
Dragonfly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So then we have
The hotend's so nice you added it twice.
What's
because
that?
I said it twice.
Oh, okay.
I made a terrible joke.
Okay. You
Moving on.
Completely lost me there. Before someone asks, what about Rapid? That was another thing I wanted to be quick about.
Yeah.
Ultra high flow. I think you were able to use it with Super Sniffles' mods,
Yep.
right? With his, because they make sense with the extra cooling, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I would very much recommend it. The other thing is your volcano duct should work with the UHF as well.
Okay. If I made one for the new duct.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you did.
Yeah, expect a quick update after this release.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, but it should be fine. I think I figured out the method to make those quicker. Those ducts, I mean, and the HIC Dragonfly. HIC, that's also a Dragonfly, right?
Yep. Yeah, it is.
It is terrible to mount on EVA. I tried and I failed. Like 2 times I tried. So I will give it another go later on. I don't know when.
Yeah, it's the same deal with the Takoto, right?
Takoto is even a different deal because it is like completely different.
It's radically different from anything else.
Yeah, so if Takoto is going to be made by me, it's probably not going to be like EVA spec, right? Because like EVA defines where the nozzle tip is supposed to be, so that when you change stuff, the probe is more or less in the same place, and you have this much Z space and stuff like that. So yeah, there's not much of an issue of making something that will, I guess, exchanging the universal face, the universal front part, to something that will grab Takoto, but then you have the ordeal with changing
it's the belts and all that.
Yeah. So yeah, we can work with that I will probably want to have one first because I'm quite insecure with the drives. It's not so much. It's not not so much of a big deal. But with the hotends, I like to have them in my hand. It's
Yeah,
way easier for me to work like that.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so that was the hot ends, right?
Right.
So then there's the extruder part, and you already talked about the Server Mini from the Annex guys. Kind of teased that you would release the mount today, so over in the Annex channel. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
there it is.
you can see the controversial nuts over there.
Oh yeah.
They were like at one point, like a few months ago, one of the guys from there asked me, "Do you know about heat inserts?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do know." But I'm not assuming everybody has a soldering iron, so I don't know. I would make half of people happy and half of the people super unhappy. So I would rather leave it for like Detlef is like obsessed with them, and he's always like quickly following my work to make heat insert mods basically. So I
Yeah,
guess that that should work. And if we can spread that work, that's awesome. So yeah, we'll stick with that. And because of that, or not because of that, or for whatever reason, I had this approach where we are screwing Sherpa from the back over here. I'm not using those holes which some of you made when you were doing mods adapting Sherpa like unofficially through the contrib, right? Um, when you did that, you made it this much wider, the top part, which I didn't want to do because by this much you had to go even over the already wide Sherpa. So yeah, with this approach, I'm saving a few millimeters probably, and I'm thinking about VCast over here in hope
yeah,
that IDEX will not collide. It probably
yeah,
still would, but I don't know.
yeah.
We'll
You'd
see.
need some maybe. Does yeah? This looks like the screw, the tensioner screw there should be able to fit inside on the other side, so you don't need a mirrored version. But I don't know.
Yeah. And I need to note, I forgot about that. It's better to have this K, I think they call it, K part variant of this part,
I see.
um, which also bolts from the front over here, which leverages from the new shelf. There were questions about Orbiter 2
Yeah,
in progress. Um, just today we talked before, but today we kind of finalized it. Mr. Dr. Robert Lorinch. I'm probably butchering your name, sorry. But yeah, he's going to get me one and I will fit it in. So
very
we'll
nice.
have Orbiter 2 quickly because as far as I know, I can tell, and as far as I know, 1.2 is not going to be sold anymore. So it's
One
kind
point
of
five.
1.5, yes,
Yeah,
it's going to be obsolete soon enough. And 2.0 will push it out. So the files will be there. It's all in Git, right? So there's going to be access to it forever. And I'm sorry if I'm like doing this, but I have Mikkel over here, and I should be looking over here, but I have OBS there, and it's like my neck is going to hurt at the end of the stream. Bondtech LGX Light, yes, right. That's the one I forgot. Sherpa
oh
Mini,
yeah,
Sherpa Mini, LGX Light is a huge thing being a small thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
A very nice extruder. The large gears are seems to do their magic. It is light. I don't think it uses a slightly bigger motor than
Nope, same as the orbiter.
this.
The
The same. Okay.
yeah, well, the orbiter comes in like a lot of different form factors, but the most popular one is I forget the name, but it ends with 1004. It's a 20 millimeter NEMA 14. It's the same one that Bontek uses. So yeah, it's basically the beefiest of the NEMA 14 round pancakes.
Right. Oh, MGN 15. Yeah, that's a thing that I would kind of miss to announce. It's dead. I got rid of it.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that's all. Thanks. No, it's not there. I am unable to maintain it, and it's like I'm slowly going to try and get rid of stuff rather than trying to like keep them forever alive, like the Titan, which is kind of like um, I'm in love with it a little bit, like with uh, I wanted to say with an old girlfriend, but I married my third girlfriend, so I don't know how that is. Um, but yeah, but Titan is it's just like a few people using it. It's there, so if you want to use it, the files are there. It's just you're going to have to use the older files from now on because it's just maybe Hemera is a better example. Uh,
Yeah,
Hemera is like so it's a possibly deprecate the possible deprecation warning, and I didn't update Hemera. It's still on 2.3.0. Uses the old duct and stuff like that because um, in hindsight I see it as a mistake for ever putting it in EVA. There was hype for it whenever I was being born, really. For there was hype for Hemera, so I kind of forced myself to put it there, but it takes like 50% of the work,
yeah,
while it's being used by 5% of the users.
with
Uh,
good reason, I'd say.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like my favorites are Codex Y machines, and it's not a Codex Y extruder. That's my belief, at least.
yeah.
Um,
E3 might disagree there. They put it on their tool changer thing for some reason.
mhm. Yeah, I'm
But yeah,
like not going to argue with them, but yeah, but it's probably it's going to be gone. I don't know if I'm going to update it to 2.4.0 or not. We'll see about that. I just really didn't want for this release to wait any longer.
yeah.
Yeah, and LGX Light is there's one behind me which is like just about clipped, and if I touch anything on that workshop, everything will fall, so I won't.
I think I have. It's on the VCore 3 with something secret, so I can't show it.
Yeah, there are things
Yeah,
like that as well.
yeah. But my experience with it so far has been really good. It seems to be a nice alternative to the other ones. Not that there's like a huge difference between the Sherpa Mini and the Orbiter and the LGX Light. It's like there's a few grams here and there. One of them is a little bit more powerful because it has more push force, but then again, it has less top speed, and it's like it's marginals at this point, in my opinion. But yeah, they're all good extruders, so it's up to the user. Yeah,
Yep. Whatever you can, whatever it's all about. I repeat that sentence a lot,
yep,
but yeah, use whatever you have. That's what it's about. If you have a Titan and you want to get into 3D printing, and well, there's not a lot of printers that are entry point and EVA compatible, I guess, but I hope there will be, and there will be more of the, well, Viminion is one, right? Probably you want to get into that and you have like a old Titan, use that, try with that, and then upgrade from there. Uh,
yeah. When the mechanical kit is released at some point.
yeah,
But yeah, um,
Hermit Crab behind me. Yes, that was sent to me, and I was supposed to figure out what I can do with it. If I can do anything with it, I wasn't able, so I like felt guilty and like quietly tried to plug it over there. Um, like in return, I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there. We'll see. We'll see. Because if I can do like a top, bottom, and back from EVA, and then make like a front that would be that would take the Hermit Crab, that would be a
Yeah.
thing as well.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe,
basically, the Hermit Crab would have to replace the front plate, right? Something in that.
and would probably need to hold the extruder as well, right? So it would be
Yeah.
quite, yeah. Maybe we'll see. It's quite like it is a thing of beauty. I don't have any use for it, but it is like what they do right now. And the other board I saw, I don't know, yesterday. I don't know if it's secret or not.
Which
They're,
one? The Pico?
yeah,
That is not secret, as far
yeah.
as I know.
Those are pretty stuff. They look like little motherboards.
Yeah, it's the same with the new SKR Mini E3 thing. The SKR Mini E3 V3. That also has like a armor thing, like a heatsink
Yeah.
over the steppers. It's kind of cool. Looks nice. Like it looks like tiny motherboards. Yeah.
And there was another thing I wanted to address, any cooling improvements. That's something we argue about a lot, because he's pushing me to do more, and I'm like trying not to. One thing that's being improved, I guess, is like my reference layer fan is a specific Sunon fan, which a 12 volt Sunon fan, which I use from the very beginning, really. And it has its amount of airflow. I don't know what it is right now, and it was choked by the previous duct. It was probably choked on the output, and it was probably choked on the inlet when the air comes in through the bottom part to the duct. So I widened that, uh, still being still being within the width of the whole carriage. I widened that, and now it's almost exactly the same area of the same area as the Sonon's like 5015 exhaust. And I could feel there's no back pressure anymore on that fan, because previously there was quite a lot. You could feel it. So now I'm
Okay.
sure the whole the no air is wasted. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not the best. It's the default. If you want the best, you go into mods like the ducts that Super Sniffles made. At least before the next probably major incrementation.
Yep. Very nice indeed. At least there's options, right? And now the default is a lot better than it was before. That is also very nice.
Yeah, I tried with some overhangs and stuff like that, and it was like it was better. If you notice that, I don't know, it has to be quite specific, I guess. But it was PLA was, what does it do? Cool? That's the word. Uh,
For
if
what?
if PLA is like warping up,
Oh,
warp,
like curving, warping, curving,
yeah,
curling,
it should do that.
curling.
It should do that less now.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. Until somebody cranks the speed a little bit more, and then it curls again.
Yeah.
The ever
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
constant
It's a
battle between
it,
speed and
it
cooling.
it's a balance.
Yeah, totally. Um, oh yeah, there's somebody's asking about bird air support.
I'm
Um,
I'm
I'm
like
not. I'm not. I'm still not really sure it's the right way to go.
I'm I'm
It's an option.
I'm quite fascinated by it, and I would I think I want to try and do it because it shouldn't be that much. The issue is that well, I'm looking at Havort,
Yep.
yeah, and because he already went through all that experience. Um, uh, Olivier, Olivier, I mean
think so.
by he. And he went through that, and I think his HEVAX was generally better in cooling. So I don't know if it's like if we should skip into that possibly, but I would still probably want to try it. It was not the highest thing on the priority list.
I think the potential for on-carriage cooling to produce stronger prints while still cooling properly is larger than with something like the HEVAX, because it's so aggressive and
Hmm.
it cools everything. There's very little control. That would be my guess, at least, without actually knowing. Um, so yeah, I would. I'm a strong proponent for having cooling on the carriage. Birder is somewhere in between, but so far it doesn't really seem like it can compete with like the high end fans out there. So I don't know.
Mm,
It's an option. Somebody could do a mod. I have no. I really don't know. I might try it at some point.
yeah,
Um,
and my criteria is that nothing I use over here is allowed to be louder than it is right now because of the kids next door. Behind this wall. So yeah, when I have the time to print something, it's usually the evening, and it needs to be quiet. So that little pump, it can be loud, right? There was also a lot to it. Like I tried to buy something, and it was like 4 variants of it.
yeah,
Yeah, and
there's a lot of different ones.
I gave up at that point. Uh,
Uh,
ADXL integration, yes.
yes,
You'll be able to look at the uh, Queen Shroud page over there. Also the shrouds. Uh, yeah, look at the Queen Shroud tab, and you'll see instructions on how to get the ADXL mount. It's mounted to the shroud. Probably not perfect, as someone I think pointed out, but yeah, we got decent
should work.
results with it, right?
It should be better than the previous ones. There are some mods adapting it to the old shroud. I think this one should be a little bit more stable, but yeah, I haven't actually used it, so I can't say for sure.
Mhm.
um,
Nova has the best ADXL mount because it's just Nova doesn't take a shroud,
right on.
so
Yeah,
it's yeah right
it's
on.
actually really nice.
Yeah,
I was thinking that maybe we could add one to the side of the hot end faces, but they're so different now. I don't know if that makes sense anymore. Um, yeah, so still kind of need like a dedicated place for it, but it's hard. There's not much space left.
yeah. Hold that thought.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So let's see here. Um, so there's the whole question about there's been some companies popping up lately selling EVA parts, and there's been some discussions in some places uh, about what you can and what you can't do. Um, what's going on with that, and what's your opinion on it? Um, yeah,
So, um, because I made the mistake of like defaulting to GPL 3 when I released EVA, and I probably didn't believe how popular it's going to be at that time, and it's like a software license. It's completely stupid that it's on GPL. Uh, I probably could move it, but and I was thinking about moving it to like Creative Commons, non-commercial, yada yada, stuff like that, seeking at least attribution. Because I won't lie, I got mad a few times when I saw that there's not even a link to the EVA page on some of these, attributing my and also the community's work on it. Uh, so it's weird. It's weird because it is weird because um, it's kind of a situation when uh, I'm the only one who cannot make money out of it in the position that I am, and I'm doing all the work, right? So yeah, if one would to put himself into my shoes in this situation, it can be rough. So yeah, I was thinking about changing the license, like just go ham. I should be able to do that based on what I've learned, because it's like the rule is that because I was providing service for free, it doesn't mean that I need to provide it for free to the end of days. So there's that. But I in the end didn't do it. So it is like it is. It is. You'll see in the steps, files, and license page when I release it after the stream. By the way, you'll see kind of what my expectations are, and you can, but the license doesn't force you to follow that. So do that. Yeah.
So 2.4 is still under GPL v3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't. It's just my immunity for drama is like 0, and if I was to cause any, then I just like forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. So you mentioned working for free, which is something we do a lot when we like to do that. Passion, that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, if people want to support you, where can they do that?
Best read the Queen Shroud link of when it pops up after the stream. Just give me like 15 minutes after the stream to get along to get everything working, because a lot of change in that I want to talk about it still. No one will care about it, but I really want to. I'm so like passionate about the thing that I built for myself.
It's the website feature, or
Yeah, the deployment script.
oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I did a lot of changes, so the deployment kind of changed. So I'm out of frame. I need to make sure I do it right.
Yep.
So there's that, and there's what else?
Any updates on? There's the YouTube channel where we're streaming right now. What's the plan for that in the future? Are we just gonna like post a video every now and then, or what's your plan?
Our plan for the YouTube channel is for it not to be a YouTube channel. This one, it's like no one is fooling ourselves. The content, it's hard to say it out loud about the stuff that's over there. I mean, a few people were like, oh, okay, Onshape, let's use that. That's quite cool. That works. Or others were like I remember Eduardo was at one point. I uploaded some, I don't know, random weekend stream about how I make a part, and he was like, "Damn it, that was the feature I was looking for."
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
like went on and modded easy mod for MGN12 or something like that. So awesome.
yeah,
So if you are used to a mic that's too quiet and my constant when I'm talking, then yeah, if it's useful for at least one person, that's a gain. But it's not meant to be, at least not at this point. It's not meant to be anything too fancy. I don't want to monetize it because I would soon be able to, because it's over 1,000 subs now. Yay!
yay.
But then you'll see ads, and that would be stupid. Unless you see ads already, then that would change the.
Yeah, I actually think people see ads everywhere now. It's just a matter if you're getting a cut or not.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah,
if only YouTube is making money on that, then maybe
yeah.
that changes things. But yeah, it's not supposed to be a source of income or anything like that. No, ain't nobody has time for that.
Um, Yeah, so no, you're not rushing out to buy a mirrorless camera and $1,000 lenses and going balls deep on the YouTube channel. It's
I
when
wouldn't
you
even
have time kind of thing.
I wouldn't even know where to start. I have my Android phone streaming to the desktop over Wi-Fi, and that's my camera.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
and someone commented that Mikkel's quality is worse. Mikkel is like dialed in from with Hangouts, and I'm like capturing the screen where he's at.
Double
And
compression,
yeah,
yay!
double compression.
um, yeah. So let's see here. Did we get through everything? Is there any questions?
You have a yeah. If there are any EVA questions, we'll see those in a few seconds. I'll try to look for it. But there's also your YouTube channel, right? When you're going to post your speed benches and
And
cooling
keyboard
mods,
videos, apparently.
keyboard
Um,
videos.
I've always kind of wanted to do something about a YouTube channel, but it's like all my time is spent doing something else. Um, so yeah, I never really like actually take the time to make a proper produced video. So I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I still have a dream that I'll make something like worth showing. But yeah, it is what it is. So maybe there'll be something in the future, but yeah, I'll post when I have stuff.
Yeah, I'll put the link below, and you guys go and subscribe there as well, and click the smash button.
Yes, it's very important to
Yeah,
click the smash button.
yeah,
Um,
it needs to taste red.
or
The
purple. I
the
thought it was purple.
No, the like button should be red.
Okay, it
Yeah,
should
yeah,
taste red.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Pet G is purple. Tastes purple.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. What and the screws? What the
Screws?
Vico 3 screws taste? What color do they taste like? I've always
Sacrificed
wondered.
goat blood.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So not a color then.
No. You look younger thanks to the double compression, apparently.
Skin smoothing is real.
Yeah.
um,
Um,
yeah. Um, so there's sometimes somebody is asking if the RR plans are available on Onshape, and yes, no, not all of them are. Some of them are Fusion, right? I
like
believe.
the old stuff uh, depends on the lead designer probably. I use
Yeah.
Onshape. It's Onshape. People seem to like using Onshape as a end user, right? It loads in a browser, on a mobile even, and you can look around for stuff. I like the shading they're doing, like the how you see the parts on the images. Um, so yeah, I like working with that. Not that I have an option being a forever alone Linux user, um, but uh, but yeah, it's either Onshape or Fusion, but probably yeah, Vcore 3 is on Onshape. The Minion is probably also going to be on Onshape. Adam is
Yep.
here. Hi, Adam. Um,
Um,
Possible to email you to send some filament and cookies to in-post patch command. Uh, yeah, sure. Um, why not? I mean, my email will be is also somewhere. I added a neat little thing because I need to learn JavaScript a little bit, and I'm practicing on this poor page, EVA page. So yeah, you'll see my email on the bottom of the introduction page if you want that. Um, what did I miss? Did we miss anything?
I
If
am not sure.
if we did, please
Oh
repeat.
yeah, is
Mhm.
there's somebody's asking if he grabbed the 2.4 stuff from Onshape about 4 weeks ago, and he's asking if there's
Oh
any
yeah,
changes.
that's the usual question.
Yeah.
Um, Hard to tell. If you
Maybe.
yeah, maybe, possibly, maybe, yeah. I think if something changed, yeah, I don't know. I was, excuse me, working for quite a lot. I was working for quite a lot on the release tool itself. Oh yeah, the release tool. So probably the parts didn't change much lately. So you might be safe. Um, Breakout board on EVA. There was an attempt for the Duet toolboard. I failed. I failed in that.
It's yeah, the size of it makes things difficult, right?
Yeah, it's almost as big as the carriage,
Yeah.
like looking from the front. So not soon. No, sorry. Support Revo. It is supported. I'm not sure if I can. I think I'm not yet allowed to release it.
But it will come
Yeah,
when
it's done.
yeah.
LGX for flexible set. I kind of want it, but it's the same story as with Chimera. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, Christian, but no, I want to stay away from the front heavy extruders. You're working on it. Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Does EVA 2.4 support Mosquito Magnum Plus? No. I don't have a reason for it. I don't know if it's like taller, like Volcano Light.
It's melty plastic stuff. Warnings from Slice, I think, is the biggest reason.
That was my argument, but I thought that someone invalidated that, so I am not sure. I haven't. I would like to touch it first.
Yeah. Yeah, same old story there.
Jean is like, thanks for the time wasted on the toolboard. Yeah, we spent probably a few evenings on it.
Yeah, that was. I remember seeing. I don't even remember how many different variations of that thing. It's like, what if it goes on top here? What if it goes on the back, maybe the side? And it just, yeah, it just never really worked. There was always some kind of awkwardness about it with the wiring or something.
Yeah, Adam from Vector 3D is like, Mosquito Magnum recommends metal mount only, and Krishna is not working on it. He is calling me out that I said I'm working on it, and that claim is gone with this release. So that's how I fixed it.
Yeah. You never said anything like the sort. Nothing of the sort.
No, don't check Git history. You guys want to talk about Vicor OS stuff right before I tell you about my release script? Right after, I mean, because, and this is huge, sometimes it took more time for me to export everything, the bombs to CSVs and like every STL file. I was like exporting the whole thing. Onshape gave me a zip file. So based on the bomb, if a material is set to PETG, which was my is it printable or not like distinguisher, then I was picking those up from the zip file, like exporting to specific directories, everything twice because MGN 12 and 15. And it could take me like for one hotend or one drive, it could take like 20 to 60 minutes for one.
Oh my
for
God.
One. Yeah. So I was preparing a release over a week sometimes. I shaved it to 60 seconds.
That is insane. That is insane. Is that like for the whole entire thing in 60 seconds?
Whole entire thing in 60 seconds. I expect a call from Onshape because I'm hammering their API. Especially there's a different server that exports the STLs, and I'm like, because I'm learning another technology that I should learn in my software development position a while ago, which is async IO and Python, and I'm like hammering their API with like full force, right? It's like 60 threads on the same time requesting STLs from Onshape. So
yeah, they might not like that.
yeah. And I don't know how to choke it yet, but maybe I'll have an opportunity to learn that.
Yeah, well, just the fact that it's automated, right? So even if you had to like throttle the API requests, it's still just a click of a button instead of
It,
all the manual work you had to do
if it
before.
if it does it by itself, it can take a week. I don't care, but
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
automation
that's
script. Yeah,
nice.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of code. That code is, uh, yeah, I think it's public. The Python Onshape client I wrote is probably not, but I can make that public if someone cares.
I guess somebody would, maybe, probably.
Yeah, they have an API.
It's
That's
very
like the does Fusion have an API?
maybe I don't actually know. There could be some kind of like plugin API kind of thing, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
But it's not like that.
you probably can write plugins in Python for it, I think,
No, I have
or with
no idea.
something. I don't know.
Never looked into it, but yeah,
Okay, going into software, which is also firmware. We want to talk about
yeah.
Vicor OS, or is it Rat OS? I
It
don't
is
know.
Red OS
I'm
now.
lost. I'm lost. You did.
Yes, you're
You,
still on
y-
vCore as
I,
RC1 or something
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, I am
Yeah.
guilty.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So so I've been playing around with stepper settings these past couple of days. There was a update to Klipper, mainly the documentation around stealth job settings and switching between run current and hold current, as well as some driver tuning stuff that I looked into. And I am not really sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but there's been quite a few people who have tested the settings so far, and everybody is reporting. And I still really don't know if this is just subjective, like placebo kind of thing. But most people are reporting that they're seeing increased print quality, and you'll get more torque too. So there might be an additional config file soon that you can include and then automatically win. Um, but it might come at the expense of some additional noise because you can't have stealth. Oh, I can't talk today. You can't have stealth chop in like standstill mode. So usually, what RedOS has been doing since V1 is stealth chop threshold 1. So when the carriage is at standstill, it'll enable stealth chop, and then as soon as it starts moving again, it'll turn it off, and
Mhm.
that is not great. Um,
Okay.
it ruins precision completely. And so does just enabling stealth chop in the first place. And this is kind of just as bad. Um, so the best you can do is turn it off. But if I turn it off, people are gonna complain. They already complained when I set it to 1 from vCoreOS to WebOS. Um,
Mhm.
because it does inevitably make a bit more noise. Um, so I'm kind of I'm trying to balance performance and noise here. So it'll probably be an opt-in. Um, the problem with that is it's impossible to modularize the driver settings right now if you want to support anything else than 2209s. So
That's why you need the thing I tried to implement.
that's why I
Hmm.
need the thing you try to implement. Yep. Conditional includes in
Yeah.
Clipper.
Well,
Hopefully,
we kind of did that, but no one picked it up, right?
yeah, it's well, I talked to Kevin about it, and he was like, he wanted something similar when he switched between PLA and ABS. He has like a whole different set of macros and stuff, apparently. So he would like to have some kind of conditional includes for that as well. So at least there's some interest, and at
Hmm.
least it's from the maintainer of the project. um, but I don't know. It's like Clipper is a little bit in a limbo right now because they're revamping the way they do pull requests on GitHub. So it's like
Hmm.
things are up in the air right now, and there's a ton of pull requests just laying around waiting to be processed. So I don't know what to do about that, and I might just publish the settings and deal with the fallout, or make it optional and deal with the maintenance down the line. I don't know.
I want to say hi to Mirage C, who joined us, and I love the fact that
Awesome.
people are telling another people that they're still on Vcore OS.
Yeah. I like that they're ratting each other out.
Yeah.
um,
So stealth chop performance, accuracy, noise trade-off, those stuffs, and then we wanted to talk about the drivers 5160s, high
yeah.
voltage stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of adjacent to what I just talked about with the modularity. It's very hard to do, and it's especially hard to do if I keep adding more options. So that's also why we went to the Stealth Chop 1 default in RedOS V1, because then there was less files changing TMC 2209 settings, so it would be easier to just include 2 different files if you needed other drivers. But that ship has sailed. There's too much. I need the modularity at this point. So, yeah, still not entirely sure what to do, but I will figure it out at some point. There is another option that I think I can maybe show a little bit of already. If I fall out now, I don't think I should.
No, we lost you. Yeah, we lost you. Can you hear me at least? Let's give him a moment. If someone is not, then if someone's not subscribed to Vector and Mirage C, I don't think that's a possibility, but in any case, go check them out. Like we are probably yet to like full on go and exchange ideas with Mirage C, but yeah, it would be a lie if I would say that I'm not inspired by others' work. And Vector 3D is like showing us put us through a lot. He put a lot of work into showing on YouTube what's what and how Vcore works, how EVA works, RatOS as well. Oh no, someone's lurking, and he can't hear us right now. Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh, you're back. I think he's back.
Ja, er har smidt noget.
You're
sorry.
back.
I'm back. Okay, good.
Yeah, you're back.
You got some Danish there. I'm sorry. Okay, so I wanted to show something I was working on, but I had to switch to a different PC. So and I don't think I managed to find the IP before I had to go back. I don't remember. So yeah, I hope you don't. Did you miss me?
Did we miss you? Sound wise, yeah. But otherwise, I don't think anyone cared. I don't see like 2 people, 3,
two people.
like no
2 people
sound.
cared.
Yeah.
That is great. Right, I'm just gonna look it up here. Sorry for all the keyboard noise.
You're gonna share your screen?
Yeah, if I can. I think I can. I have OBS going, so if you just can you full screen my? You can't do that, can you?
I can try.
This is kind of unplanned.
Yeah. So let's do this. I'm gonna put you over here, and we're going to do going to do this. And you're like entirely on full screen.
All right.
Was that the husband? No, I'm in Poland currently.
Let's see here.
Black screen. Oh, okay. Oh, you want to tease that? You're ready.
Yes, I do want to tease this.
The compression is awful.
Oh, great. So nobody can see it anyway. Whoops.
Let's give it a moment.
I can maybe zoom it a little bit.
Yeah, zoom it a little bit and we can at least, I guess, figure out what it is. Guys, tell us if it makes no sense.
Whoop. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyways, this is something I've been working on. The configurator, I talked about it like a long time ago. The idea is that it'll help you set up your printer from like end of wiring to fully ready to run. It'll take you through all the checking of your axes if they move correctly, and it'll let you pick your hardware. So you're like your extruder, your hotend, your thermistors, all these kind of things, and then it'll just basically set it up for you. And when you get to this step in particular, I don't remember if I killed these. I did a little bit, yeah. So when you get to this step, kinematics, it'll ask you to center your axes. And when you've done that, you click this button. And then you can see up here that it's actually connected to my vCore 3 at the moment. So it moves the axes in different directions to determine if you have wired your steppers correctly. And if you haven't, it'll tell you either if it's impossible to fix it via configuration, it'll tell you to swap the cables, or it'll just fix it right in the documentation. So it's like a pre-renderer for your config. So you'll still be able to modify everything you want afterwards, but it'll help you set everything up to start with. This will help me get rid of the driver definitions, basically. So you would just pick in here what drivers you're running and which stepper motors you're running, and it'll set everything up so that it's as close to correct as possible. So that should hopefully help me manage the complexity of the driver sections right now and make them somewhat modular.
Is that going to be like embed in the on the Raspberry Pi, or is it something that
yes,
or is it something that we're going to? Okay, you said yes.
It'll be
so you could like live update.
Yes.
Okay.
You would be able to render a new configuration, basically. So you can always open the configurator. It'll also tell you if you have a Klipper error that I've previously debugged for somebody else. It'll tell you if you have a Klipper error. It'll tell you what to do. If it's like easily identifiable, and it's usually because of A, B, and C, it'll list those things that you can try. So yeah, it's like a setup tool and like a diagnostic tool. That's the idea with it, at least. So yeah, so your custom overrides will in the future live in a separate file, so that the main printer configuration stuff can live in printer.cfg. So yeah, hopefully that will make things a lot easier than it is today, even though it's already fairly easy compared to vanilla Klipper. But
well,
yeah,
compared to vanilla Klipper, but do like vanilla Klipper and multiply it by all the EVA permutations, for example, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it would not make, this is something too important to point out, that it would probably be mayhem to configure all that, and we would have different, gists and repositories made custom firmwares. Does anybody have, LGX working with Mosquito?
Yeah,
Oh, great. Okay, I don't have to do it on my own.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
we already had a pretty good modularity there, so this will just make it even easier. Especially because right now we can only assume that like the Dragon comes with a 104 GT2, for example. Then people would have to know to override it if they use something else. And with this, they'll just be asked, "What the mister did you buy?"
yeah.
So yeah,
And we could probably feed some uh, data from EVA if there is any EVA. That
yeah,
way,
that would be nice to inform the defaults at least.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's like 1.1 RATOS or 2.0?
it's probably 2.0. This is going to take a while to finish. I already have I have made all the code I need for the Klipper communication, so I just need to finish all the interface and handle all the state transitions, which is a pain in the ass, but it's gonna be cool. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Web
gonna
developers,
be,
the
yep.
different world, right?
But it's gonna be great, but it'll take a long time to finish. So this is a very early teaser. Yeah.
What's new for 1.1?
Um. So, what was it that I wanted to? I can't remember right now. Oh yeah. So the templates that we're using currently are kind of messy. Um, like you have includes, and then you have some stuff that changes what's in those includes. For example, for the different sizes of the V core, you have end stop positions that you need to change
Mhm.
like when you're going through the file. I've moved all the includes to the top and then all the customizations to a section at the bottom, and then your user rights go after those. So it's more organized than it's been so far. It should help a little bit, but that's mostly just an OCD thing, I think. It should be more, I don't know, easier to reason about. Because people had like a hard time figuring out when overrides actually what happened when,
Mhm.
and they had to go into the files to figure out when things happened.
Well,
And
you saw me configuring Vminion, right? I like
I probably did.
I exposed the interface and was like, please just go and fix it because
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I was overloading stuff in the wrong places
Yeah.
out of haste. I really know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
I really do. But
That's exactly the problem that I'm trying to fix with the template ordering. Hopefully that'll help a lot.
yeah.
So yeah,
And
that should be better.
2.0 because I'll probably just wait and update straight to 2.0.
No, you won't. um, yeah, 2.0 will have the configurator. That's the idea, at
That's
least.
the idea.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
And of course, there'll be VCast IDEX support when that thing finally arrives. Um,
Oh yeah,
oh, yeah, that was kind of an adventure.
I would I would love to use my, YouTube influence, which is I don't even know how many people are watching, to complain about DHL, but
Yeah,
I won't waste your evening.
yeah, that was
It's Christmas. Let's leave it.
that was an interesting yeah. So
I
you sent a vcast. It was gone for 3 or 4 weeks and it came back totally broken.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
it.
that was great. Thanks, DHL.
I sent it in August, and like in November, I learned that I can send it again because it got back. It got stuck in Germany.
Yep, it
I like
spent like a nice long vacation in Germany. That
yeah,
was,
it was supposed to
that was
do 1,000 kilometers. It did two, and got back to me.
yes. And it's like it was right at the border for
It was right at the
three
border.
times or something,
Yeah,
just sitting at the border, and then nope, back down in Germany.
yeah,
Yeah, that was great.
yeah.
Anyways,
I will
yeah,
I will make them suffer for it at one day.
yeah, yeah. You already tried, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And the worst part of it is like they're probably the best option.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the DHL packet stuff. It's like it's a horrible
Oh yeah,
mess.
it's yeah, because it's different, right? Those are different
Yeah,
companies.
they just hand it over to whatever company is the cheapest at the time, I think.
Yeah,
So yeah,
there's
it's
Parcel and Express, right? Express is like there's even
Express is awesome.
yeah, there's like different people doing it, and there's like a guy coming in, and like to my small city, I don't think they have a like a sorting facility. There's a guy coming in from a different city, from a bigger city, and he's like, "Are you home?" "No, I'm in the office. Sorry." "I'll just drop it off in the office. It's a small town." I'm like, awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. Um, so let's see here. Let's see if there's any
I'm
questions.
trying to go through. Yeah. Feels like when Prusa first put up setup wizards on printers, but for the modern worlds.
Yeah, that makes me happy. That was what I was going for. So yeah,
Ready
that's
and
awesome.
ready end of summer. I don't know. I have no idea what that's about. This config wizard in the web UI is independent of main sale. I think it is, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is. It is Red OS. It's a standalone thing. Yeah.
Still running homing at 1200 millimeters per second.
I think it's a 400 now, but only because I speed benchy stuff had to turn the acceleration up to 42,000. So, and 1200 millimeters a second at 24,000 acceleration is not great. So I had to take it down a notch.
Do I think that it's possible to create a V-wheel design for a 2020 with EVA? Uh, so that's how it kind of started, or maybe not EVA, but the first things that I made were for VCore, for the VCore V1. Then there was VCore V2. There was Pro. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really badly wanted to mount an aero on a V-wheel plate, and I was able to achieve that. But yeah, no, like I tried to exchange like the top and bottom parts of EVA to fit like an i3 printer, like a Prusa, for example, for the LM8 UU bearings
Yeah,
and
the
stuff like that.
linear rods thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the spacing is just not right. For V wheels, I don't know. Probably those will require even more space, so I'm really not sure. And I'm not. Is it possible to create? Like, I would love to see someone try. Um,
There's
uh,
a, I think, isn't there a mod? No, that's for linear rails. The Ender 5 mod, right? That
yeah,
requires linear rails. Yeah.
I think yeah. Uh, but but yeah, not something I would be able to consume for sure. Um, there was something else I saw over here. Uh, will this work with Duet free?
Probably not likely. Right now, it's still not supported in Klipper, but even if it would get supported, if you take a look at how the Duet 3 Mini 5 Plus is working right now, I, I, I don't. The problem, the thing I want to solve is all the firmware updating stuff, and you can't do that on Duet unless you have some kind of manual intervention, and I kind of want to avoid that. Um, Duet is great for running RRF. Um, you can run Clipper on them, but don't do it unless you like are ready to spend some time on it. RadOS probably won't support it. Um,
Because
yeah,
at some point we were thinking like, okay, the hardware is great.
yeah,
It was in EU, sorry, but it's at least there's some kind of warranty stuff going on, and they like when they had to exchange something, they did that, like the free failed, a batch failed or something like that.
Well, if you buy Chinese hardware in a European shop, you got 2 years warranty anyway. So
Oh, okay, yeah, true. Um, but at some point that was something that we both preached, like that hardware
yeah,
is great. If Klipper would
yeah,
work on it, that could be great. That's not the case
it's
anymore.
um yeah, the hardware is still great. The biggest thing about it is the quality assurance, but it's so radically different to everything else out there that the configuration looks strange, and it requires weird stuff. I could make it work. It's not like it's impossible. It's just I don't like that I can't flash it automatically. That's a big issue for me. If somebody figures that out, then maybe.
Hmm.
But at this point, it doesn't look likely. So
Okay.
yeah, it would. Yeah, I think maybe with some wiring you could make it work, but it's not very user friendly. So yeah,
Is the new
yeah,
is the new EVA does the new EVA have some bigger cooling fan options? Uh, yeah, through contributions. The default has changed a little bit, so we'll need to reprint the back and bottom, or stay on the old duct if it works for you, or go straight into Super Sniffle's work. Beta testing of Ender and Eva mod. Yeah, I see a bunch of those. I'm not sure Ender 5. I see a bunch of Evas on Ender 5s. That seems to be a popular thing.
yep.
Um, any more teasers for Vminion? Uh, I think anything that's new, uh, like they published the full render with the case.
Yep.
Yeah, even if we knew something more, we wouldn't be able to talk about it. So um,
Pretty much, unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
Um, all we can say is soon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any pictures of 2.4.0? Yes, when we wrap it up over here, give me 15 minutes. Oh yeah, someone even addressed that. Thank you. Give me 15 minutes and I'll deploy it all. Cooling options, community contributions. Again, yeah, you guys regulate yourself on your own. That's awesome. Um, no batch lottery like Chinese products. Yeah, uh, yeah, you might have bad luck sometimes. LGX for flexibles, FFS. I love that acronym. Um, is is not in progress. No, sorry. Uh, that's not something I can do and spend time on. I want to move forward, and those are very challenging. So those take a lot of time. Um, Mosquito Magnum fan ducts with silicon socks. I'm not sure about what that is.
What's the problem there exactly?
Are there any improvements for Mosquito Magnum fan ducts with silicon socks? Socks is the question. Maybe
So is it because is it the official boot thing, or because as far as I know, the unofficial silicon socks should work just fine, right?
uh, Magnum, Mosquito Magnum. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what we're being asked about. Um, any thoughts on printing EVA with a resin printer? I wanted to try it. I have one downstairs in the basement, but yeah, I don't know, just for uh, giggles.
Yeah, as far as I know, even the strong resin stuff isn't like the best for stuff under tension. So you're better going with something like ABS or
Yeah,
similar.
would probably crack. Being pulled by the belts like that, that's uh,
Yeah.
um, that's a weak spot for sure on the front. and the tensioners, those would probably suffer a lot.
Probably,
Yeah,
maybe.
sorry guys, I have to leave. It's 1 a.m. Thanks for staying so long.
Yeah.
Uh,
um.
with a silicon sock, the hot end is very low on the bed. The fans cannot point to the nozzle tip without being too low. Um, like if you have a need for me to improve on the duct, especially the new one, we can do
Oh.
that because it's quite configurable, not in the same sense as my other parts were. Um, Parametric is probably the proper English technical word for it. But yeah, but we can I can pull it up or down or point it differently, so we can try to figure something out and test something out.
Um. Yeah, that damn white heat block on the mosquito is it's blocking all the air. Yeah, that's also why people need a suck on it, for the most part.
Any reason
But
why
yeah,
keeping M5 full belt tensioners? Um, M5 on belt tensioners. Would you like them M3 or M4? M3 would probably fail and twist. Those are long screws. And M5 probably the response to that question is because that's how it was on VCore V1,
yeah.
and that kind of stayed like that. Um,
There's the there's been some mods where they've moved the tensioners off EVA and back to like the what are they called, DXY drive cages on
mhm.
the V Core 3, for example. Um, I like that for the weight. Um, but yeah, the problem is if you do something like that, there's no backwards compatibility whatsoever. So that'll have to be like a major version bump, or and all the printers would have to change.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah,
I
it's
exactly, and I was thinking about it. If I were to do like I don't know EVA 3.0 and there's like no tensioning, that's a huge change, and
that's a huge change.
especially now when everything is growing. So it would have to be some fork, like in the form of a contribution, because it's not like we can. Uh, I don't think at this point I can take it away.
No, that's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be tough. Um,
Yeah, seems like we're wrapping up.
I think so. I at least I don't have anything more to talk about now.
The,
So I think we got through it all.
yeah,
Um,
we would like to be able to hang out like this more often.
yep.
It's like a skill we both, I believe, want to have, like to be able to quickly execute a live. Um, Tell us what you think, how we did. Let us know. I need to plug your YouTube channel link, Mikkel, and then I need to do the actual release and then finish Witcher because I'm
Yes, this is
Polish and
important.
it's a matter of pride to watch it.
Yeah. It was really good.
Oh,
It
you
really
finished
was.
already?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't. I had to. So yeah, it's only 8 episodes. Like, come on, it's 4 hours. I can do that. Yeah, it's not too bad.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. Let us know if there's need for anything else or anything more. Uh, I'll let you know on the EVA channel on Discord when the page is like deployed and recached because it needs a few minutes. And yeah, see you next time. I hope sooner than like in half of a year.